Like, why don't you think we deserve reparations? I mean, you did get a check for a racist act back when you were in high school.
So first off, these are two different points. I do not think that we deserve reparations for slavery. I was never a slave in this country, and I think that the idea, if you think that you're going to get more than $200 from the government, okay, this entire debate is just it's a joke.
I really like Candace Owens until I heard her get up on that stage and talk about, as a black woman, for her to get up there and say that we don't deserve reparations. I can't believe she got up there and said that, dog. Then she went on to name all of these other groups that actually got reparations. But just off the top of my head, I don't think there's any other group that has gone through what African Americans have gone through, bro. And to the point where it continues to this day. The residual effect of slavery, bro. The fact that we had to live in a world where you had blacks going over and fighting for their country, for freedoms for other countries, and then we would have to come back and not have those freedoms here in America. You don't think that had any residual impact on today, us as black people today? The perception of black people today? You know what I'm saying? The conditions that we're in today, you don't think that had an impact on us? The fact that we couldn't even read for years, dog, would get killed for reading. Lack of access to information and funding. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the fact, even the whole cocaine and crack era, how that whole situation went down, how the CIA allowed that to be brought into the black community. Like, it still hasn't stopped. There's no other race that continues to go through and deal with the things that the African American community deals with. And I really enjoy a lot of points that Candace Owens makes, but she just showed her true colors, bro. She just showed her true colors. Like, we wasn't even allowed to have certain privileges to build generational wealth for our families. We'll get killed if you knew how to read. So you can't even pass down academics, knowledge to the following generations. Just all the depictions that we see of how black people lived back in the day, how they had to make do with what they had, how they lived, dog. Meanwhile, and then to the point where if you seen a nice looking, nice dressed black person in a suit, it was shocking, it was surprising. Like, that's what us as a culture, where we come from. 200 years, dog, of slavery. Not being able to read and write. Not being able to have access to wealth. Knowledge. Candace, you don't think that had an impact on us as black folks today? Look at all the inventions, all the things that black people created that they couldn't even get the credit for it, dog. You know what I'm saying? There's so many inventions that were created by black people that could change where we are today financially. That could change where we are today financially. You know what I'm saying? Generationally. All that has been taken from us and continues to be taken from us. You don't think that had an impact on where we are as people today? All of our leaders that get killed, assassinated, you don't think that somehow deserves some sort of reparation? You don't think just the fact that you even said that shit, dog, is crazy to me, bro. I don't think any black person should support Candace Owens at this point. You're not for black people. You can't be for us, dog, for you to get on stage and say what you said. Unbelievable.
This shit is kind of like Monopoly, right? Except for the fact we had to wait to play. We had to wait to roll the dice. You know what I'm saying? We had to wait 200 years to roll the dice. Meanwhile, another group bought up all the land. They own all the businesses. You know what I'm saying? Then finally we was handed the dice and said, okay, now you can play. Now you can roll. You know what I'm saying? That's why people talk about reparations, bro. That's why they talk about, you know, us being owed something, dog, because we wasn't able to play the game. We wasn't able to build any generational wealth. We wasn't able to do none of that. We had to play from behind. So, you know, it's a whole different conversation. You know, I think that Candace, you really lost on this one, dog. You definitely lost one with me. I can't rock with you no more.